Hey guys, welcome to part one of What If Deku was Isekai'd to Kekkai Sensen. In the last part, we covered the where and when Izuku was Isekai'd, and that there was 3 years before the events of Kekkai Sensen. And we are doing a time skip to with Izuku being 18 years old and having about 45 to 50% control of One for All, and having at least that black weapon float. However, we will not be starting with Izuku here, so without further ado, let's get into it. We start off in a small diner with a boy with a pen and paper in front of him, as the woman behind the counter says, I know you've been told, I know I told you before, but what have you? But you have to try to be in contact with your younger sister." The boy looks down, saying, "Yeah, well, what's wrong with you? Looking, look, worrying about each other." Even when nothing is wrong, that's what family is for, right? The boy laughs, saying, "Yeah, you're absolutely right." The boy then takes a sip of his coffee, and the girl sighs, saying, "It's been a while since you started coming here, Leonardo. So what are you even doing here all on your own? Sightseeing? Here for work?" Leonardo looks down, saying, "Well, I suppose that's it." He pulls out he then pulls out a digital camera, saying, "I'm an apprentice reporter, here to train." He was either apprentice reporter or apprentice photographer. Photographer. Probably photographer. It's probably photographer. Yeah. His stomach then grumbles with an awkward silence as he takes another sip of coffee. The girl then laughs, saying, "Sheesh, to think an apprentice reporter or photographer would come all the way here just to go hungry. Too weird." Leo then turns on his digital camera, saying, "You think so? I'm actually quite normal." The girl says, "We don't offer free refills on coffee, so you can fill your belly." Sorry. A man then comes over, handing a plate with burger and fries over to a girl, gesturing towards Leo. Leo looks through his photos and sees a plate placed in front of him. The girl saying, it isn't free. You can clean dishes up to work it off later." Leo then says, "But I couldn't. I mean, I don't deserve it." The girl then says, "Don't go talking like that. Being reserved isn't anything like being humble. Besides, we couldn't just stand to let one of our regulars starve to death. Starve to death." Leo then smiles, saying, "Thank you so very much." Suddenly he feels a gust of wind as he sees a monkey grab his camera and run off. Leo gets up and runs off, saying, "Hey, stop that monkey!" The girl, confused, says, "Wait, monkey?" One of the monster customers then says, "You didn't see his camera get stolen from him? Huh? Didn't you get to see his camera get stolen from him, huh?" Blah. Another one that was originally sitting next to Leo says, a sonic speed monkey. They are too fast for human eyes to follow." The girl thinks for a moment and then says, "Wait, but he shouted monkey, didn't he?" We cut to Leo running after the monkey until across the street a bank robbery was happening, with a creature shooting missiles towards the two, and both Leo and the monkey fall over, with the monkey being knocked out, with and Leo looking up to see a man with a cigarette in his mouth, who puts his foot on Leo's face, saying, "There you are, you damn newbie. I'm Zap. I'm Zap Renfro. Thanks for blowing me off and not coming to the meeting point. You sure? Are you sure? And you sure are staying pretty out here. Seconds from death, aren't you? Next time you need someone to pick you up, call your mommy or daddy." Leo then says, "I think you're mistaken. What was that?" Leo then, panicking, says, "I made my mistake. You know exactly what you're doing. Sorry to question you." Zap then smiles, saying, "Pathetic. You sure? You sure you have what it takes to work for Libra?" Leo thinks, "Wait, Libra? These are the people I've been looking for." The the two with Leo carrying the monkey then walk to the Libra hideout, with Zappa explaining how at first the city of Halcyon's lot was was feared, but now it's crawling with all sorts of vicious criminals, terrorists, big businesses, religious factions, mafia, refugees, and intelligence agencies from every country. And that most folks refer to this place as to set their sights. Most as a place. Oh, sorry. Most folks refer to it as a place to set their sights for on domination for the next thousands of years. And Libra acts as a line of defense against such people. Zap then says, "So you see, we don't need a dead weight slowing us down, Johnny." However, to Leo, this made him more sure about that this was where he could find the truth. They enter the building in the elevator that goes up with Zap about to open the door. Leo says quietly, "Michaela." The door opens to an office with two people standing at the end of the room, a, a man and a woman, with the man welcoming Leo, saying, You're a new colleague, aren't you? We're glad to have you. I'm Klaus von Reinhardt, and this is Chain Sumeragi. Nice, nice to meet you, Johnny Landis." Chain's eyes widen as she says, "Wait," but she was cut off by Zap saying, "Hey, where's Izuku? I thought you wanted to meet the new guy." Klaus then says, "Izuku's currently out. I sent him on patrol for any gang activity." Zap then says, "What? I thought he had questions for this." Is then cut off by Chain saying, "Well, not like this kid is Johnny Landis after all. Uh, After all, Johnny Landis just died." A little bit of time passes with Chain arguing on how Zap mistook the identity of this kid, which was stupid, and Zap's telling her to shut up and saying how Klaus didn't know either. And Zap saying, "Kid, hey kid, you think you could just get away with lying to me?" Leo bowing says, "I'm sorry, but there was something I need to know. There's something I just have to know. Since you're all familiar with the underworld, I thought you'd know." Leo's then cut off by the TV showing the guy from the robbery in handcuffs as he roars with a gate and splits open, and a gate opens above him, with half a monster coming out and slashing the camera and cutting the police around it in half. As the feed cuts to a man with a mask saying, "Ha ha, I got you, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the greatest freak to ever rule Hell Salem's lot, the king of depravity, Fempt." He bangs his head into the camera and says, "How is everyone doing these days? I'm utterly bored myself." He grabs a megaphone. And then says, "And that it's because of all you people." He puts the megaphone away and says, all of you love sitting around with your mouths open, waiting for food to drop into them." Zapton says, "This guy pisses me off." Femton says, That's why, once again, I've decided to have some fun of my own. I'm sorry about this." Leo then looks to see the monkey with his camera having a similar light emit from his head as the guy from the bank, with the light from his head as the guy from the bank, with another half of the monster popping out and slashing the top of the building off from the inside. Not the monster didn't come out though. with Fem saying, "Oh, hear that? The game's already started. The rules are simple. Locate the gate that is paired with the robber, and destroy it before the demon finds and before the demon finds it, and the gate will open every few minutes, offering you a chance to find it. If you if you can you wait if you can to find it, you can use the clear cutting party that breaks out clear cutting party that breaks out each time as a marker. But if the demon finds the gate first, oh, just thinking about it is terrifying. I can't even describe it. Well, good luck, those of you who represent humanity. The TV then turns off with Zap walking up to Leonardo and grabbing him, saying, "You bastard! You brought that monkey out here on purpose, didn't you?" Suddenly, a green flash lands next to the three, with someone saying, "Zap, let the new kid go now. Let the new kid go." Zap says, "Why should I? This this kid caused us to be attacked, Izuku." Chain then interrupts it, saying, "Zap, Klaus sensed the danger and protected the kid." Zap, hearing this, says, "Whatever." And let's go of Leo, with Klaus saying, "You saw it, didn't you? The attack?" Leo nods, with Zap saying, "What? No way! That was way too fast for human eyes." Klaus puts his hand up, saying, "But you don't have human eyes, do you?" Call me crazy, but I'm guessing it has something to do with what you wanted help with. Leo nods and then explains his story on how his sister Michaela was born paralyzed from the waist down, and how their parents brought them to the outskirts of Hellseom's lot because it was said that miracles can happen, which annoyed Leo because he knew that the reason. And everything seemed normal until a huge monster appeared, looming over the siblings, telling them to choose which one of them will bear witness. Which both could tell that the one who did would lose their sight. Which Zap assumed that Leo sacrificed his sister, but Leo cries, saying that he was just frozen, and that Michaela made the choice for them, gave up her own sight. Leo crying, says, "I'm such a coward." Izuku looks at Leo, thinking he's just like me in middle school, feeling helpless, but he came here with no hesitation, looking for a way to help his sister see again. Suddenly, a bunch of soldiers drop down, facing the group, saying that they were under arrest. These soldiers being from the association that protects the barrier surrounding Hellseom's lot. At least that's what I assumed. I forgot. But anyway. Also, Klaus offered to help Leonardo. This is before the soldier. He offered to help Leonardo and welcomed him to Libra officially. Then Klaus stood up and faces the soldiers and says, "Another thing, Leonardo, you are not a coward. You want proof? You're still here, aren't you? Despite everything that's happened within the past few minutes, you are still in the same spot. As long as you can take a single step towards the light, no matter the struggle, the human spirit can never be broken." Klaus uses his blood technique to clear a path for the three, and says, "Now, chase down that monkey and eliminate the threat before it's too late. That is your first mission." Izuku grabs Leonardo and Zap and jumps away towards the monkey. Leonardo then, on the way, explains his theory that the monkey wasn't the source of the gate, because the monkey didn't split open like the robber did. They are thinking this over until they see the restaurant that Leo was at before get destroyed, with the first half of the monster, the one from the robber, in the center of it, with the monkey still holding the camera frozen in place, afraid of the monster. The three land with Leo running to a girl who's stuck under rubble, saying, "Vivian!" Vivian that looks at Leo and says, "Leo, get out of here. It's too dangerous." Leo just looks to the danger and the monkey, the monster and the monkey, and says, "Well, I can't do that. After all, I still have some dishes to wash." He puts down his goggles, puts on his goggles more, and by the way, he was given a handgun by Zap, or maybe it was Klaus, I think. And and he started running towards the monkey while Izuku kicks the monster, and Zap uses his blood manipulation to make a sword and cuts up the monster. But the blood of the monster flies behind Leo and forms back together. Leo thinks, it's no use. I won't make it in time. Then Izuku and Zap appear in front of the monster with Izuku smirking, saying, Zap, you want to do the honor? Zap smirks and says, with pleasure. Suddenly, strands wrap around the monster, with it being swung into broken buildings and down into the ground. Zap pulls out a lighter and saying, underestimate me at your own peril, you big bitch. Zap ignites the lighter, and the monster gets incinerated. With Zap throwing up and catching his lighter, back to Leo, he gets to the monkey, pointing the gun at him, thinking, don't open, please don't open. Let me get a good look at you. With these eyes. Leo opens his eyes, and as his vision focuses to a microscopic scale and searches the monkey until he sees a small flea with the gate. And using his eyes, he deactivated the gate. Meanwhile, Fent, seeing the whole thing on his TV, looks in shock, looking at the monitor, saying, Why? Why didn't he just kill the monkey? My plan was foolproof. He would kill the monkey, and the gate would still open, and the house would join together to destroy everything, so why? He looks at Leo petting the monkey, and the monkey giving the camera back, and says, so he doesn't like killing? In this city? Damn it! That's so normal! And it is then stated that Leo has the all-seeing eye of the gods, and that's it. Now, the next part will more than likely not be as long as this one. So yeah. Also, I wanted to ask you what the ship will be. You guys, what the ship you guys want for this What If is. And it will probably be better to be a MHA girl, because with Kekkai Sensen, there really isn't much to work with. So yeah. Now, the next part will take a while, because I may be traveling soon. It's sort of uncertain, but anyway, so yeah. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.